What's going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video. Here the craziness of Quezon City. But I'm in a neighborhood that's called Anonas, and you guys are wondering what is special about this neighborhood. Wow, too much noise out here. Hello. You're wondering what is special about this neighborhood. So what is special about this neighborhood is that the streets, they're named after fruits, including Anonas. They even have a street that's called Durian Street. So like I said, I don't know much about the neighborhood. I would just recommend to come here and check it out. So I'm gonna walk around and see what the neighborhood has to offer. So without further ado, join me. This is like the outside area. They got a Jollibee, and it's served by the LRT. So it literally stops right in this neighborhood. So I think where the light is where I'm gonna make a right, and let's just start walking deeper into the neighborhood. Well, pretty busy out here, you know. Even though it's a little bit outside the touristy area. So, and they got the jeepney there, and they even play music. So. And the bus over here is where I'm gonna make a right. Start working deeper into the neighborhood. Oh no, I see a cloud ahead of me. So I hope it doesn't pour rain out here while I'm exploring. So that means I'm probably gonna have to rush quickly with this video and show you what's going on around here. But making a right, then another right, it should be another busy street. And then once I'm done, I'll start making it into the regular residential streets, which has like the names of the fruits out here. So then what I like is how well paved the streets are. You know, like I say, Quezon City, I think it's pretty underrated in the metro part of Manila. Because there's like a lot of nice neighborhoods. The streets are pretty impeccable and clean. So this is Molave Street, which I think is probably one of the busiest streets around Anonas area. Seems like it's gonna be another neighborhood where I'm literally the only foreigner around, which I love it. I've been to so many districts that I'm like the one who sticks out of everybody. So used to be getting all the stairs. Got like a bakery here. And it seems like it's mostly like a jeepney stop. All of them literally park around here, so I guess maybe later in the evening it gets busier, you know. But I like how they decorate the streets. Yeah, this corner must be even more busy. I see like more movement over here. And this is what I like about the Philippines. Despite this other cities are probably more developed than the metro part of Manila, there is movement out there. And everywhere you go, there's markets. So, you know, you got it all from markets, from food, from, I might walk over that way in a bit. I'm trying to see what else is around here. So, and there's also like a wet market across the street. This, you'll see it all over Manila or the Philippines side. The tricycles, you know, they park here. They're part of the barangay in the community. Then you just take them and they get you to another part of the barangay, you know, for a couple of pesos. I'm getting stairs left and right because, like I say, the only foreigner so far. Especially a brown foreigner like me who is mixed. But we're just gonna get nicer because the streets has literally trees. What I'm just worried about is the cloud. Like I say, hopefully it doesn't pour us the rain, but it's technically rainy season out here, so. But let's see what can I find in this district in the neighborhood. This street is called Nara Street. There's a lot of names of fruits that I'm not familiar with unless they are similar to some of the fruits back home, but I guess they have like a slightly different name, you know, of the streets. I wonder why they named the streets like this, you know, with fruit names. But I think it's really cool. Yeah, but this is what you get, you know, mostly a nice residential area. Then jeepneys park out here, you know, so. But the sidewalks are literally, you know, well paved. Walking around this way, because one of the streets they were detouring me towards the other side of Anonas. And I'll see what's going on. I'll show you some of the streets that they have like some fruit names, you know. Some of them is a little hard for me to pronounce, but I'll try my best. I'll read it right here in Google. Just mostly, oh, I like that street, mostly residential. But then I'll see what's going on. The other streets will connect me towards the other side too. So actually this street caught my attention. I see some beautiful houses here that I want to show you guys. And the street is pretty chill and cool too. You can see the roads, how it is. Wow, look at this house, how nice it is. I'm not sure if it's like a condo or a lot of units inside the house because it's actually pretty big, but look at this, how beautiful it is. Then the ones over here are pretty nice too, you know. And like I say, if you come through Quezon City, let me show you from this angle. This is beautiful. And like I say, if you come through Quezon City, a lot of neighborhoods are pretty nice like this, you know. Probably one of the nicest municipalities throughout the Metro Manila. But I also was exploring in one of my former videos, Marikina City, which is actually pretty nice. But I think I like a lot, you know, Quezon City, where I've been staying for a while. It's actually, you know, nice, cool, more chill throughout any other neighborhoods around Metro Manila. So the street is called Anislag. So I'm not sure this is like a fruit name. And we got like more over this way. If I go over this way, it would shortcut me to the other side of the street. Hey Katie, what's up? If you love cats, you will love the Philippines. It got them literally all over. So the street that I'm connected to is Langka Street. So it should connect me to all the streets around the neighborhood. And behind me, this is what you get. Nice residential area, you know. Then I'm gonna walk over here forward to see what's going on. Please don't rain on me yet. I'm trying to finish this video out here. To see more over this way. And look at the clouds so you can have an idea what is expected. Like I said, I just hope this rain doesn't fall on me, because over here, when it rains, it pours really bad. Well, got like a canal over here. Looking at the houses in the canal, it reminds me a lot of my home, Puerto Rico. Like we got a similar structure of buildings. The only difference is that you know where you're at when you see the people. They're just different, you know. Got a convenience store right here, mini mart. No matter what neighborhood you go, whether big, small, you're always gonna find stores, restaurants within walking distance out here. Okay, the street turns a little bit wider on this side, so that's pretty interesting. So it seems like elections were last month, but I walk around, they still got like names of politicians out here. Like over here, it's like in another level in terms of politicians, in terms of Christianity, you know, the way how they celebrate is very different from where I'm from, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna walk a little forward here and then I'll make a detour towards my left, which will take me to some other smaller streets. And I wanna check out Durian Street. If you missed the video, I was in Penang, I almost fell. I ate durian for the first time in Southeast Asia, so you used to see my reaction, so you can laugh a little bit. So this street here, I don't know if you can see it clearly, it's called Guayabano. So let's see what it looks like over here. It looks pretty peaceful and quiet. So far they paved the street, you can smell it. Puerto Rico, we call it brea. Wow. Good job they do with the streets out here, you know, pretty nice. And you know you're in Quezon City when you see the sidewalks paved in a red color. So I'm trying to figure if the name Guayaba was the same as Guanábana in Spanish, I'm not sure. Could be, you know, I gotta Google it, you know, because like I say, the names are different. This is another food over here, Naranjita Street. I'll show you the Naranjita Street, and then you detour over here. Let's go around. I think the street literally goes around in circles, and look how big this house is. Wow. But that's Quezon City for you. So it goes around. This would be an area that I can shortcut to another of the little streets. It's not a big, wow, look at this house behind me. Beautiful, right? So it's not really like a big district, but it's really cool, you know. And then if I shortcut, this will take me to other streets that has also like fruit names. But I gotta make it towards later Durian Street and then merge into Anonas to see what's going on. And we got two cats over there. I guess they have an owner because they have like a chain. Looks like it's mother and son, or... Don't worry, cats, I won't disturb you. I'll go my way. Then over here to my left, you'll see another nice looking house, and there goes Kuya on the tricycle. And I'm the only guy walking around here, and a foreigner, so even more for me to stick out. So it's a nice house, but like I say, what ruins it a little bit is the spaghetti wires. But they're big, they literally look like mansions, wow. Look at that motorbike. I don't know if you can see it, but they had a dog in between. That's so cool. Only in the Philippines. For some reason, they say it's more fun in the Philippines. You know, the vibes, the energy of the people, and the things that you see out here. Oh, what? They even have like a little coffee shop. And it seems like they're gonna open a coffee shop here. Wow, it looks really good. The menu, coffee habits, 10 a.m. to 12 at night. Seems like it's under construction. Crazy, a neighborhood like this that has houses, and you spot a coffee shop. Then over here's where I can shortcut to the other side of the street. Then if I make it to the other street, it should have also fruit names, you know. Like I say, it's a pretty chill, organized neighborhood and clean too. For those people who be bashing that the Philippines is dirty, you know, it depends where you go. Go to New York. New York is dirty as hell too. Over here you see a lot of neighborhoods are well paved, clean. The community, you know, they do their best to keep the community nice. So look at it, see? They paved the roads. Like I mentioned many times, I'm from Puerto Rico, that's occupied by the states, the U.S. territory, and the roads are not well paved like this. You can see this could be my... Yeah, they're not well paved like this. Now I'm gonna shortcut for over here. Yeah, over here it looks like a little bit different. And then I make it back to Guayabo Street to see what's going on. So here the vibes are different. Oh wow, they paved the road here too. I want to make it that way, but I want to show you like this big tree over here. Now, it's pretty nice, but I like how they keep the roads. There's actually a school behind here, but I'll show you the tree. And look at this tree, the roots, wow. All the way up, this is so dope. Also, by the time I filmed this video, it's the first day of school out here in the Philippines, so that's why I explain also why it's a little bit more chill. Look at this other tree I want to show you. All the way up. I love how they don't tore it down, they maintain it. Because I think, you know, we need trees for the environment, for the people, health and everything. So very good concept that they're doing here. I could tell they paved this road not much ago because I could literally smell the fresh asphalt. So that's very good, and they do a good job too, look at it. They just got it painted, divided, and you should be good. And then I'm gonna be walking under a tunnel or trees. And then many of the streets that connect with other streets. Ahead of me is Guayabano Street, and then one block ahead should be Durian. But I'm gonna make it to Guayabano, then merge into Durian Street to see what's going on. Named after the world's stinkiest fruit. But I think the street has literally nothing to do with the fruit. Hello. And then behind me, elementary school, you know. So school is in session. Wow, look how nice the streets are. Pretty nice, you know. It's literally outside Aurora Boulevard. This is Marang Street over here. I think I walked here a little bit earlier. I just love how they have a lot of trees and vegetation out here. So one block ahead, I'll make a left and another left, and I should be in Durian Street. So here you got the palm tree combined with bigger trees. I'm not sure they have mango trees here. They should, because you know, Philippines is pretty famous for exporting and having really good mango. So there's another street that I discovered, Siniguelas. So I want to walk over that way, and that was shortcut and take me to Durian Street too. So let's see what's going on, you know, trying to make the most off of this neighborhood out here. Then this over here, Siniguelas Street, and pretty nice, you know, pretty nice. I'll show you the houses. Look at this beautiful blue house with the Filipino flag, because a few days ago it was the Philippine Independence Day, 127th anniversary. Wow. So beautiful out here, imagine. Maybe I should buy a house around here and live comfortable in the Philippines. What do you guys think? I'm a good guest, trust me, I'm a foreigner, but I respect cultures and vibes, so just joking around. But yeah, look at this house over here, it's pretty nice. And it seems like this area is much more quiet than many other barangays, including the one I'm staying. Look at this house, how beautiful it is. The way out of this sign, it reminds me of some of those houses in Brooklyn and Queens. Like it looks a bit like Diker Heights and Forest Hills, like if they both had a baby, you know, connected together. That's actually nice, but it's built in concrete, because you know, Philippines, they be getting a lot of typhoons over here, so they gotta build the houses, you know, according to the weather over here, so it can resist, you know, what's going on. So, but yeah, I'll show you what else is going on over here. Got this over here. Seems like they're multi-level units with their own parking. I think this over here will merge me into another street. So one more block to my left should be the street, the main street I wanted to see, Durian Street, which is a fruit that's pretty famous, you know, in Thailand, Malaysia, Mindanao region, Davao. And then they have a street. And then they have a street named to the fruit, which is actually pretty interesting. So over here is Durian Street. It's actually pretty nice though. You know, the road doesn't have asphalt, but I like the concrete that they have it paved out here, which is actually pretty nice. And the house are literally like well developed, so look at this house, how nice it is. And the people so far seem to be very chill, very friendly, you know. It seems like elementary school finished early, let me see. 12:48. I see a lot of parents walking with their children. I guess they had like a short day today, or I'm not sure the hours of elementary school, how it works out here, but you know, really cool to see that. So gonna walk straight until I make it towards the main street of Anonas. Just keeps going. This literally looks like if I'm in the capital in Puerto Rico, San Juan. Like it looks like if I'm in Rio Piedra or Santurce. It looks just like this, like the houses and everything all together. You know, like a little bit more down from the street level, but yeah. Here you got it, guys, Durian Street. Pretty interesting. But I'm gonna keep walking over here. They paved the roads. I'm not sure if they're gonna do the same concept in the other side I was walking, tore down the concrete and turn it into asphalt. But yeah, but I'll see what is going on here. It's just mostly like residential houses and units out here. So yeah, because it's a really chill vibe. Maybe if I walk in the evening or the afternoon, like many neighborhoods around Manila, maybe you'll get like much more busier. So, but yeah, I'm loving this neighborhood out here so far. You see how nice the concrete and the asphalt is. Literally, I can smell it fresh, you know. So you could tell they didn't pave it not much ago. So yeah, based on what I heard, talked to a few people. Yeah, this is a nice, simple area, quiet, you know, it's not crazy like many other parts. And I could tell, you know, it's pretty nice, well developed. I like how they paved the streets, so really cool, you know, it's literally right by the LRT. This is more what you see, the school is right here, so they really preserved the school with some nice, beautiful trees. Look at this house, look at this one, wow. 3, 4 floors, pretty modern architecture, so yeah, it's actually pretty nice. Then ahead of me is Anonas, which is the main street that will take me straight back again to the LRT. So I figure it should be a little bit busier over that way. This is like a barangay that's called Barangay Quirino 2B. So it's like even within districts they have, you know, barangays all over. This is a nice looking barangay. Like a lot of people from abroad, they have like this misconception about barangay, but you go to a barangay, it's like hardworking people. You see nice units like this and a lot of action going on. So this is Anonas. Behind me is a school and it was busy. Kids are getting off of school, so you can see how busy the road is. If you would be driving, you'd be stuck in traffic for a long time. I drove last week for 3 days and even just to get outside of Manila, it's like a hassle because everywhere you go, it's like literally traffic, even on a holiday. So this is what you get out here. It's crazy that I'm walking, streets are pretty quiet, like this one over here, with the name of the fruits. And then once you merge into a street like this, it's actually pretty busy. And they got this nice sidewalk with a beautiful tree. Oh, it seems like it's a tire shop to my left, so it's actually really cool. And this way here's Marang Street. Then they got like a bakery in the corner. China Bank. You see how the bars change when you merge into a regular street. But yeah, this will, if I walk straight, this will take me literally straight to the LRT. So a pretty super convenient neighborhood. They got this, and there's another neighborhood, I think it's called Cantipunan, and if you take the LRT, it'll take you straight to Marikina, Antipolo, but then you go to the other side, take you straight to Recto, Manila. And that's where all the action happens in the old capital, you know, so yeah. And luckily, I think the trees in the neighborhood protect me from the heat. I'm sweating a little bit, but not too hot like many of my other videos I've been filming around here. Like I end up all bathed in sweat, but today's not the case. But that's why I come and I film early, because I'm trying to avoid it getting worse later or something like that. But you know, gotta do what you gotta do to make things happen. Got like a local bus out here. Tons of buses over here. Oh, it says Lapu-Lapu. I know this would be a good bus that takes it to vegan. I'm gonna make my way over there in a few days. That's one of the cities I've been wanting to explore out here, vegan, because they have like that Spanish colonial architecture, you know, and the streets paved with cobblestone. So the only thing is a little far, 7-8 hours from here, but hey, that's a journey, that's adventures when you travel, you know. So you gotta do, you know, you gotta do it. And I think where the tall buildings is where Aurora Boulevard is and where the LRT line passes by. I think that's like a mall that connects it to the station. That's another thing I like about Manila. Like, you could get off a station, you don't have to go in the streets. You just walk through an underpassage or overpassage, and it connects it to a mall or anything without having to deal with the brutal heat out here. And it keeps going over this way. Even the main street is nicely paved. And then over there I see the bridge of LRT, which is like the purple line. It goes all the way to Antipolo. But the LRT doesn't go like to the city center of Antipolo where I was filming in the Independence Day. It goes like a little bit outside, and I think you just connect with a bus somehow to get to the city center. Because Antipolo is actually really big, and they even have like an observation deck where you can see the whole part of Metro Manila. A Japanese restaurant and a burger food truck out here. And there you see the train from a distance, kind of giving me vibes like if I'm, I don't know, in the Bronx or Brooklyn or Queens, anywhere. This is like the heart of Manila. Metro Manila in Quezon City. So yeah, so then I'll make a left and I should be wrapping up my video. Here's another better angle of the train. Like you would think you're in the Bronx by the 4 train, by the 2-3 train line. No, the 2 and 1 train that passes above ground. But I think I'm gonna start wrapping up my video over here in Anonas. It was a cool evening to walk around here, so you know, gonna hop on the LRT and go back to my accommodation. So that was the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there. Everybody, God bless y'all. And peace.